Welcome to AI for Gen X, a video podcast where we discover new topics about AI. My name is Marisa Wilson, and I'd like to take you along on my training journey. Each week, we'll discover new topics. As Gen X, we've done this before, we've learned new technologies, and I'm excited to learn this next one with you. So grab the dog, head outside, and in 10-20 minutes, you'll be a little closer to understanding AI. Hi, welcome back. It's been a bit. I haven't posted in a while because life happened. But I will say, and I will catch you up really quickly, I have been using AI almost every day and definitely helping me with different things that kind of didn't expect in a way. So, for example, I helped plan a trip to Tuscany with it for a long weekend trip. I helped my daughter move into her new New York apartment, and it helped me, one, help her figure out which apartments to look at, and then just in general, even the look of the apartment, we had fun with that. What else? Planning a little bit of a 8th grade graduation party with it. Lots of fun, but we are now fully in summer. I have two older kids. One is working already in New York, and then the middle one is a camp counselor. So unfortunately, I don't get to see those two that much this summer. But my littlest guy, he's going to be a freshman this coming year. And if you are like a lot of us Gen Xers, we might have older kids. It's a little different. It looks a little different now, summers. Especially with my first, I remember having those summer bridge workbooks that had grand plans on completing thoroughly. And I think potentially the first two we did well. But for the last, I don't know, many years, those have not gone as planned. And so I started to think about what his summer's going to look like. He's got lots of basketball, and we'll still be up in Tahoe, lots of fun with that. The more I think about the summers with my kids, the more I realize that the things that we remember the most are the experiences, right? The times that they were just out and about and chaos may have happened or something to make that day a memory. So, for example, one time we took a road trip up to Northern California, and we stopped in a town called Dunsmuir. And randomly, the mayor, we were eating a little diner, and the mayor comes up to us and says, "Hey, tomorrow we have a boxcar race, and we'd love for you guys to join." Super cute. And so the next day we showed up to the local boxcar racing thing, and my daughter, being the competitive one that she is, proceeded to just careen down the hill in his, homemade little boxcar with a shoe as a brake. She ended up rolling off and getting kind of road rash hurt, but very good memories just because they were real. They had to involve something that wasn't your typical. And so more than any of those workbooks could have helped them, I think having actual fun summer memories in the end matters most. That said, I started to think about AI. First, I was looking at, is there something that I can have AI help me come up with worksheets basically for him, just so that he doesn't fall behind, especially with math. And also maybe a little bit of Spanish because he'll be going into an upper level Spanish. And then I was like, yeah, this sounds really boring. So I actually had to create the whole thing. And then I was like, yeah, I don't even want to do this. This is super boring. And so I did a little brain exercise with the tool, and I used Claude for this. And just, hey, let's brainstorm. Like, I don't want it to be another boring thing. Help me figure out what is different about this summer. And that's when it clicked that this summer is the first AI summer. And that's what I kind of labeled it. It's our first real AI summer that has the level of capabilities that these tools have. So I kind of want to have fun with it, see what we could do. So we went through the exercise of what is different this summer than last summer, and we realized the tool can now see, it can now talk, it can now build, and it does a really good job of remembering. So the first thing we did is built out in Claude, a little work project folder, and I gave it enough information about my son so that it understood what his likes or dislikes. I had it interview me. And then so we built out a little project instructions just so that I could pop into that project folder and come up with these ideas. And I want to tell you what we came up with to help maybe somebody, if you're trying to figure out what to do this summer or you have some downtime, first and foremost, get outside and do all that stuff. But there's a rainy day or you're just looking to do something different. I will say that I think it is going to be increasingly important that these kids are AI literate or have AI fluency. And this generation and Gen Alpha, as they're known, why they get the alpha, I don't know, and Gen Z, they don't love AI. They don't. And respect, right? They kind of grew up with everything being fake and filtered and Snapchat filters and Instagram filters and just everything's fake. And I just love what my daughter's doing. They're so into real experiences and they get together in New York and they play dodgeball and that generation has it figured out. Gen Alpha too, they feel like the AI is happening to them without their choice, and they're probably right. So I don't want to discredit that, and I also don't want to discredit that they also have a true understanding of the environmental impact, and that is a real thing. I struggle on, the balance of my enthusiasm for it and what it kind of means to our society. It's hard when I think about it. But that said, I still went ahead and wanted to use it anyway. So it helped me come up with some ideas, and I was wanting to go through those with you in that mindset that if you could see it on a YouTube video, if you could fill out a workbook for it, if you could just search it in Google, then we weren't going to do that. And I also wanted to figure out, like, what is it that I'm trying to help build? Like, I get this time with him. Most of the time, the school years, especially as I get into high school, they're busy. They're not going to come home and have you, guide them through anything. So, I mean, realistically, we're going to get through all of these. Probably not, but at least it's a good attempt. So, the first one I wanted to do with him is build a little bit financial literacy. And I remember, I don't know why this game stuck with me so much as a kid, or I don't know, teen maybe. I don't know if you remember, there was a lemonade stand game where you could tell it how many lemons you had, and then it would, throw in a random rainy day, and then you'd lose your profit, and so you have to price it more. So we got a little prompt together and said, build a little lemonade game for him to play, and then have the game go through 7 days of your lemonade stand, and at the end, quiz him on what he could have done better to be more profitable, etc. So that's an idea you can do, is build a game that builds this financial literacy. Let's see. The second one we did was just having him understand the idea of compounding interest. The prompt is, I'm 14, show me what happens if I save $20 a month starting now versus starting at 25. Use a simple chart and explain it like I've never heard the words compound interest, which he hasn't. Make the chart dynamic so I can change the amount of start date and see what happens. Quick little thing, that prompt is not hard to do, and you just stick that in there and then have them play with what that means. I don't know if it sticks, but I think they are open to the idea of just playing with something. The next one is they all seem to love Shark Tank. They love their little business ideas, and I love that too. And so the prompt is, act as a tough but fair investor on Shark Tank. I'm 14, and my idea is blah, blah, blah. Ask me hard questions about cost, profit, and who would actually buy this. Don't let me off easy. Then tell me if you'd invest and what I'd do first. So we'll see how that goes. So that was about financial literacy. The next was, I wanted to show him how you could use your camera and do something with it. And he needs some kitchen skills, to say the least. He will kill me for saying this, but he has a home ec elective in 8th grade, and they were baking cookies, and he and his partner, so I blame both of them, they attempted to make cookies without flour, just butter and sugar. It didn't go so well. So we need to build on that. That's probably my fault, actually. So the prompt is, here's a photo of the fridge and pantry. Give me 3 meals a 14-year-old can cook with just these, ranked easiest to hardest. And so it's kind of fun to see that you can literally just open up the refrigerator, take a picture, and say, what should I make? Another one was plan a cook the world summer. So each week, and we're not going to do each week, let's be real, but pick a country, give me a real recipe a beginner can make, and then 3 quick facts about its food and the history. He's really open to international foods, which I love, and I would love to learn how to cook Japanese or Thai. So maybe we'll get on that. The next is a little bit about figuring out fractions. Is like, okay, this recipe serves 4 and I'm cooking for 6. Rewrite every ingredient amount and show me the math so that I can learn how you did it. So, I do this all the time. In fact, I would beg to, well, I will say that most of my math is cooking. Sadly, probably should be doing a better job budgeting, but math you needed and good cooking. The next is a card called Hold Your Own. And all of these are on my Substack. You can download them or just go to the article and copy and paste the prompt. So play a friendly kid I've never met. So this is the functionality that most of these tools, the free, and Claude doesn't offer it on the free version, but ChatGPT and Gemini do. But on the chatbot itself, there's a little area. It's not just a microphone. There's 2 things. One, you can use a microphone for it to and talk to it, and it'll transcribe it into text. What I'm talking about is the talking method of it. And I just did this the other day. It was super fun. I was doing a workshop and I had it pretend to be kind of different personas of people asking so that I would be prepared with questions. And it was really good, really fun for it to be answering back. So in this way, he's going to get into his new high school. Say, play a friendly kid and that I've never met at my school. And how does this conversation go? I mean, he's fine socially. He has a lot of friends. Not worried about that, but it's a fun way for them to engage in it. The one that I actually like more, though, is to practice his Spanish. So the prompt is, you're a foreign exchange student from Uruguay. You don't speak English yet, but you want to try out for the basketball team. Let's have a friendly conversation in Spanish only about the new school, the town, and the basketball team you're hoping to join. Keep your Spanish at Spanish level 2, and if I seem stuck, slow down or rephrase more simply. Ask me questions so the conversation keeps going. That's super fun. Like having an actual Spanish speaking buddy that you can talk back with. I'm fluent in Spanish, and that helps so much when you're learning a language to get that real time practice that you have to think as soon as somebody asks you something. And then this one, I don't know if I'm going to do. I think it's a little too, I don't know, why make them self conscious type thing. But they have that really fun on ChatGPT has that really fun prompt that you can tell it to give you the best colors on you. So you just take a picture in natural light and then you say, hey, here's a picture of me. Tell me what color I am. And like, for example, I just realized now I am a deep winter. I feel like everybody's a deep winter, maybe dark hair, dark eyes, I don't know. But and then it gives you the colors that work best for you. So I thought he might have fun figuring out his colors. I probably not, but the next one I think he's going to really like, and this one I'm the most excited about because I want to see how it really does. And this one is the idea that you can video and it could see the video and it could tell you more about it. Gemini is the one to use for this one. So what you do is just film him. He's really into basketball, so we're gonna have him filming his 3-point shot or something, and have it film it, then upload the video into Gemini, and say, analyze my shooting form in this clip. Look at my footwork, hip load, elbow alignment, and follow through. Tell me what I'm doing wrong compared to elite shooters, and give me 2 specific fixes. I mean, come on, like a little private trainer. Cool. The next one is act as elite skills trainer. Build me intense 45-minute solo basketball workout for an intermediate player with a half court, 1 ball, and cones. Break it into warm-up, skill work, game simulation drills, and a conditioner. And with any of this, I worked with Claude to come up with them, and just do that. Just work with the AI to come up with different things. And another one, here's a video of my, playing guitar or something. Give me honest, specific feedback like a coach would, then one thing to practice next. Point is, you can level up whatever they're interested in. He's learning that you can use this tool to do this. It just unlocks so much. Then make something real. So he's really still into Minecraft right now. I love it. He's always building his worlds and things like that I don't understand whatsoever why you want to go around going, picking things. I don't get it, but they love it, and I kind of love Minecraft too for that. So he struggles with building some stuff like you. What I love about Minecraft is that they really do have to figure it out, but you can get a little help with the AI. So I want to build a hidden 3x3 piston door in Minecraft. Explain step by step where to place the sticky pistons, redstone repeaters, and dust, so it opens from a hidden lever. And this is not just teaching him a cheat code for Minecraft, it's teaching him almost coding, like an understanding like what cause and effect and if this then that type thing. And he's playing while learning. So what else? Then get unstuck. Like we're gonna have some math prompts and helping him. And all of the tools have what they call guided learning. I think they call them different in each one, but there's a way for in the little chatbot to maybe if you took a picture of a math problem or something and you tell it to give you, you select guided learning, it'll work through like a Khan Academy type thing of figuring out the problem so that they're not relying on the answers. They really need to hone in on their critical thinking. And people, rightfully so, say AI is killing that. But I say, well, flip that and have AI work on that. And it will do that. Then what else? Oh, and then just showing him that he could do things like, okay, so you're responsible now for your own calendar. So if you've got a basketball team practices and games, take a picture of the calendar and have it update your Google Calendar and start to really understand how to manage your own stuff. And I know that they're not going to sit there and manually enter in practices, etc., like maybe we did. But taking a picture and having it do it, no friction, and they learn the functionality, and hopefully he will stay on top of his calendar. So anyway, just wanted to share that this is the first AI summer, so get out there, get outside for sure, but then get creative. Have it build you a game, a board game, or have them build you a game, of have them try to stump you on some sort of trivia quiz, or maybe we'll play basketball trivia with it or something. Fun ways to use it, and it's not just all learning how to write and code and math. There are really cool, creative ways to use AI. Thanks.